When you walk into Google headquarters, what's different? When you walk in that building, any world headquarters, there's a feeling. What's the distinction of the Google headquarters?
It's this, intelligence, really. They don't want to have any people working there who aren't incredibly smart and incredibly driven. And that's really what they select for. They select for people who want to think very, very big and take on big, big challenges there. And the original search was a big challenge. And you look at the things at Google that seem far afield, like the glasses or the self-driving car. You could make a justification where all of those tie into what Google does. You talk about the glasses. I think at some point in the future, I'm not going to put a date on it, but you're not going to buy a pair of glasses without connectivity. And just think now, for the past 8 or 9 months, Google has a field test where it's figuring out how to move its services onto this entirely new way of getting information there. People are actually writing apps for it.
Compare and contrast Microsoft with the big splash a week ago, de-siloing versus what Google does. How does Google delegate on these projects?
Well, Microsoft, is adopting really a Google style, and Apple has done it too. Very, system that's based on centralizing what they do there. And one thing they're going to do that I think that Bloomberg actually that came up with, that Google does, is have all the executives work together and actually be physically in one place, or network with each other on a regular basis. So they're not competing against each other, but working together for a common goal and with a common core of business to work from.
Well, it's fun to talk about all these new businesses and all these projects they're working on, going places where nobody else has, as Larry Page says himself. But the core business is, of course, advertising. Right. How are they doing on mobile advertising? Have they nailed this?
They haven't nailed it, but they're ahead of everyone else. And I think that's part of the confidence there. Because they have so many components with the maps. They just came out with new maps, which is really a great platform for mobile advertising to connect it to maps. They're doing better than everyone else. And when someone cracks the code, it's probably going to be Google, or Google is going to be in a position to adopt it quicker than other places.
And in terms of ad revenue, I know the cost per click has actually been declining for the past few quarters for Google. Is that something that the executives are worried about?
Well, if people click more and it's a lower cost, they say it's good for advertisers as well as good for users.